Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live.
What's up, YouTube? This is Paul from Mickey Tech Tips, and today we're going to be recapping the keynotes that I watched during CES 2016. I watched Intel, Netflix, Volkswagen, Nvidia, LG, and Samsung. And I did videos, and Intel. I did videos on all of them except Nvidia. So with that said, let's talk about the keynotes. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the ones that I liked and then the ones that I did not like. So my favorite one was Intel. They did some pretty cool stuff with technology and some pretty cool stuff with their chips and all that. My least favorite one was LG. It just felt like it was up in your face because they displayed everything that they basically said on the screen behind them. The guy that did the first half of it basically just rambled on about, I think it was like Internet of Things or something like that. Honestly, kind of lost track of it, and kind of got bored. You can go look back at my notes about that one. And also during the second half, it was okay, but it still felt in your face, and I just didn't get good vibes about it. But honestly, I do like how they do keynote addresses. I've seen a few of them. I've seen Google I/O before online. I've seen a whole bunch of different ones, but I've also seen I can't talk. I've also seen the Steve Jobs ones online from when he was at Apple. And let me tell you, I did like Steve's because he seemed uplifting and passionate about his products. Because Apple, even though they did not invent stuff sometimes, and people can say that they never really invented anything, I do have to give them credit. They have took and made stuff popular like tablets, smartphones. Because remember, smartphones used to not be popular. And all this different stuff that's not been popular until Apple made it popular. So I've got to give them credit for that, but Steve seemed passionate about his products when he did his keynotes. Which, by the way, keynotes is just basically a fancy word for a press conference. But I honestly liked all of them. Netflix, it looked like they were doing some cool stuff. They were breaking down burials with traditional TV. In fact, that's why I bought a Chromecast, because I can watch different stuff online. Because that's part of like my cable subscription that I get like limited Hulu access to an extent. In fact, I did have Hulu at one point and Netflix. But I get limited Hulu access. I get those App Connect accesses and all that. And I think they do that just so you want to stay with cable to an extent. But I've honestly seen Cox's cable cutting ad, and it didn't make any sense at all. But the way Netflix is going about it, I think they're doing a good job. Original content's also good because then you own the content yourself, and so you don't have to work out copyright deals. They still got regular content on there, but still. Excuse me. The big thing that they talked about is Internet of Things, which is stuff that doesn't usually connect to the internet. So like when Volkswagen talked about their cars, they were connected to the internet, especially like the Buddy, and I think the e-Golf Touch to an extent. LG and Samsung had the Internet of Things. That's basically what their press conference was, is stuff connecting to the internet. Nvidia was wanting to do self-driving cars. Intel touched on it a little bit, but it was mainly the RealSense and Curie and stuff. But you could probably tie that into Internet of Things. What was the last one? Yeah, so they basically all talked about the Internet of Things to an extent. Intel more so was just those stuff like the RealSense camera, the Curie, and some of this other technology that they had to improve lives. So, I do have to say this. The biggest trends of CES was like the Internet of Things, allowing stuff to connect to devices that... I can't say it. Allowing people to connect devices to the internet that normally would not connect, like light bulbs and TVs and... Not TVs, but I mean fridges and stuff. And they also, some of the trends are like USB Type-C and stuff. So, the future of technology is bright. I can't wait to see some of the other keynotes that come out this year. I also can't wait to see Intel's new processor launches later on this year. Because it's supposed to have like a 10... Actually, what was it? What was it? Yeah, it's supposed to have like a 10-core i7 processor or something. Like one of those server grade processors was like I think a 20. Yeah, I think it'd be like a 20 core or something. So, with that said, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'm getting back to regular videos starting tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time.
Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where